Hey guys, I'm back to do my next character review. Hopefully the the video won't go out on me this time like it did last time. Boy, that was a pain trying to get that uploaded. And anyway, it's likely going to be shorter, so since this one has a shorter list of complaints than uh, than my last one did, so hopefully it won't go out on me. Anyway, like I mentioned in my last video, this time Chris and I are reviewing King Triton from the Little Mermaid franchise and Sadira from the Aladdin TV series. Chris did his Triton video a couple days ago. I don't remember exactly what day. I did my Triton video a few days before that, and he did his Sadira video a few days before that. And I'm here today to do my Sadira video. And like I said, the list of complaints she has are relatively short. They are, she's boy crazy. Her jealousy is her entire identity. She tried to get rid of Jasmine and steal Aladdin away from her. She's stupid. She's ugly. She has weak motives. Her redemption was done poorly. She's sexist because she shows women as desperate for men. She has no personality, and she's an add-on character, which is basically like saying a sequel character. Starting with, she's boy crazy. Arguably a little bit, I guess, but I'd say more than boy crazy, she's lonely and desperate for a friend. That's what I always, that's how I always saw her. I suppose I could see why someone might think that she was boy crazy, because she does seem pretty desperate to get Aladdin, especially at first. But I would say that she's more lonely and desperate for a friend, and because she had never really had anyone be nice to her, but before he did, she sort of mistook his kindness for flirting. And him wanting to be her boyfriend. And then when she found out that that he already had a girlfriend, she became jealous and wanted him for herself. So arguably a little bit boy crazy, but I'd say more lonely than that. And even if she is a little boy crazy, at least she's given a reason for being. I mean, when I think of boy crazy characters, one of the first ones that comes to mind is Isabella from Phineas and Ferb. I mean, practically everything she does is in some sort of effort to get to get Phineas to notice her and to declare himself her boyfriend. And she's not satisfied with him just being friends with her. And yeah, I know, she's also a fireside girl and all that stuff, but I mean, even when she earns her badges. The only reason that she does it is to show off to Phineas. And by the way, to those of you out there who are campaigning to have Webby and the DuckTales reboot be more like Isabella, bah! Sorry, I know that was a bit off topic. And yeah, I know that Candace is also pretty boy crazy with Jeremy, but like with Sadira, Candace is given a reason why she's kind of boy crazy, why she's pretty boy crazy, and that's that Jeremy is one of her relationship with Jeremy is one of the few stable relationships that she's ever had, and he's one of the few people who hasn't called her crazy and a liar, and she's desperate not to lose that. With Isabella, it's never said why she's so desperate for Phineas to become her boyfriend. She just is, she just for some reason has this massive crush on him, and everything she does is an effort to get him to declare himself her boyfriend. So to me, characters like that are much more boy crazy than someone like Sadira. Moving on. Her jealousy is her entire identity. While it is a lot of her identity, it's not her entire identity. I mean, she's shown as being a very three-dimensional character who's clever and in the last episode that she's in, she's shown as genuinely caring about her friends, and and she definitely has some depth to her. Like, even though she does want to get rid of Jasmine, and have Aladdin for herself, she's, she also doesn't want to harm Jasmine. So she's definitely shown as having a three-dimensional personality. And like I said before, even though jealousy is a lot of her identity, she's also shown as really wanting a friend. Being lonely and really wanting a friend, even if she doesn't know that that's what she wants. To me, characters like Isabella, like I mentioned before, she has much more of a one-dimensional personality, and her boy craziness with Phineas is pretty much her only identity. So to me, she's much more of a one-dimensional character than Sadira is. And you also have to remember that in a lot of the episodes that Sadira is in, she is the antagonist in it, so her jealousy of Aladdin and her desire to get him sort of fuel her schemes and play a big role in that. So while I definitely wouldn't call it her own. Well, I definitely wouldn't call it her only identity, but you have to remember that it does play a big role in fueling her schemes and in getting the episode going. But she's far from a one-dimensional character. She tried to get rid of Jasmine and steal Aladdin away from her. Yeah, she did it. She did it first. She was definitely she's definitely a flawed character who thought that she wanted Aladdin for herself. But the point is, she developed and changed. And and she did play the antagonist in the first 3 episodes that she was in. But like I said, even when she was trying to get rid of Jasmine, she didn't want to kill her or something like that, or anything like that. She just wanted to get rid of her so that she could have Aladdin for herself. But she does develop and change and realize at the end of the 3rd episode that she's in that she was in the wrong, and even apologizes to Jasmine. So, nice try, but come up with a better reason than that. For disliking her, since since she does actually realize that she's in the wrong as far as that goes. She's stupid. Huh? Really? How is she stupid? Like I mentioned before, she's actually very smart and clever. I suppose that you could argue that she makes some stupid decisions, like, like I've heard people argue that, going after, continuously going after Aladdin after she was, beaten was stupid, or, not making sure that the animals, weren't under her spell in, Sand Switch, I think was the name of the episode. I've heard people argue that not making sure the animals weren't under her spell was stupid. So, I mean, I suppose that you could argue that, that she does make some stupid decisions, but, making arguably stupid decisions does not equal a stupid character. By that standard, every human being on the face of the planet, and practically every character in existence, is stupid. This complaint gets thrown around a lot, and is a very weak and lame excuse for disliking a character, in my opinion. I mean, if you dislike a character, then fine, but quit throwing these, these lame reasons that practically apply to every character out there as an excuse to dislike them. She's actually a very clever and smart character. And, comes up with some very clever ways of going after Aladdin, like Chris mentioned in his video, in one of the episodes, she manipulates him very well. Like when he refuses to to go to her home because he says Jasmine wouldn't like it. She says, "Oh, I see, Jasmine's keeping you on a little leash. Well, go ahead and run on home to your little master." Plus she outsmarts the witches of the sand, the ancient witches of the sand, and in the episode Sand Switch that I just mentioned, where where the animals somehow weren't under the spell, and where Jasmine becomes the street rat and she becomes the princess, when Jasmine does find out, thanks to the animals, she comes up with the idea of saying that Jasmine is a witch that has the animals under her spell. So she's far from stupid. Nice try, but come up with a better reason. And of course, but an even weaker reason than the one above, she's ugly. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, yada yada yada. Personally, I've never much cared for the Aladdin animation style, which is a little odd because I tend to like untraditional beauties like Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians, and the Tim Burton style and that kind of stuff. But personally, I've just never cared for the for the Aladdin animation style. I guess to me it's that it's almost like the characters in it are a weird cross between untraditional beauties and traditional beauties that just look weird. That's just my personal opinion on it. If you like it, I have nothing against it. But to me, the characters aren't that attractive. But that still doesn't keep me from from loving the characters. And disliking a character solely because of looks, or liking a character solely because of looks, that is a very, very weak reason. That has nothing to do with their personality. I mean, nice try, but come up with a better reason than that. I mean, by that standard, I should detest Quasimodo and adore Iron Man. Anyway, moving on. She has weak motives. Well, yeah, she has pretty weak motives. Pretty much all she wants is to have Aladdin become her boyfriend. But that doesn't keep her from being a good character. And honestly, I don't think that I'd even call her a full-bore villain. I'd say that she's more of the anti-hero than the villain, since, like I said before, she's not out to kill anybody or, become, rich and powerful or anything like that. She just wants to find true love. Or have a true friend. So I'd honestly say that she's probably more of the anti-hero than the villain. So, especially since she does reform in the end. And weak motives in the villain or the anti-hero, that doesn't mean that they're a bad character. Nice try, but come up with a better reason. Her redemption was done poorly. Really? While I wouldn't say that it's the best development or redemption done in a character, it's certainly not the worst. For one thing, she was only in there 4 episodes. I mean, but it definitely shows her character developing. I mean, in the first episode she was in, sorry, I need a drink. In the first episode she was in, she meets Aladdin after he's been nice to her, and she thinks that that he's in love with her. Then she realizes that that he's actually got a girlfriend, so she tries to get Jasmine out of the way. Not by killing her. Then then after a couple more schemes, she realizes at the end of the 3rd episode she's in that she was in the wrong. And after a couple more schemes, in the 3rd episode, where she nearly gets them all killed when one of them goes completely wrong, she realizes that she was in the wrong and apologizes to everybody, particularly Jasmine, for trying to steal her boyfriend. Then in the 4th episode, that they become friends, and the Witches of the Sand come to life and start doing all of these spells, and everybody suspects it was her. And even though they suspect it was her, she saves them. So while I wouldn't say it was one of the best developments, it was definitely good for somebody who was only in there a few episodes. She's sexist because she shows women as desperate for men. Really? I've already pretty much gone over this, so I won't get too deep into it. Like I said, I'd say that she's more desperate for a close, true friend than she is for men, and she certainly has an identity outside of that, and outside of being boy crazy, if you want to say that. Unlike somebody like Isabella, who pretty much only has the identity of trying to make Phineas her boyfriend, and everything she does, even even earning her patches and trying out his inventions and that sort of stuff, are done in an effort to impress him. To me, Isabella is much more sexist towards women and desperate for men than Sadira is. She has no personality. I've already been over this, so I won't get too deep into it. She does have a good 3-dimensional personality. She's interested in getting Aladdin as her boyfriend. She's interested in finding a true friend. She deeply cares about her friends. She's clever. Even when she wants to get rid of Jasmine, she doesn't want to hurt her, yada yada yada. And as I've said many, many times before, there's no such thing as a character without personality. They may be one-dimensional, they may be poorly done, they may be personally boring or annoying to you, but unless you're dealing with a very, very, very minor background character, they've got a personality, so quit throwing this dumb complaint around. And finally, she's an add-on character, which is basically a sequel character, except that she's in a TV series. They didn't use the word sequel. So frickin' what? Who cares if a character wasn't in the original story, as long as they're well done, which she was. I mean, this complaint gets thrown around so much, and I just get tired of people stereotyping all characters. Oh, they're a sequel/add-on character, they're a token chick, they're evil or a villain, so I can't like them. Stop it. Just because a character is one of those things, that doesn't automatically make them bad. Yes, there are bad examples of sequel characters and TV series characters, but she's far from one of them. And that's all I have to, that's about all I have to say about these complaints. While I'm not the biggest Sadira fan, while I'm not the biggest Sadira fan, sorry, I'm stammering. I do personally like her pretty well. She's an interesting and pretty complex, well-done character, and I can definitely see why she does have her fans. And most of these complaints are honestly pretty weak. The link to Chris's 2 videos and my first video. Sorry, it did quit on me again. At least it was right at the end this time. Anyway, the links to Chris's 2 videos and my video will be in the description box below. Also, like Chris mentioned, in his video, in our next videos, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the new DuckTales reboot and Hey Arnold movie and possible reboot. So, just a little change. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye, and see you next time.